Okay, any other questions? In the middle, of course. Where are you? Where are you? There.
Did you ever really expect to have such an impact on your audience when you originally started drawing comics and doing shows?
No. Honestly, when I started doing comics, which was like 95, you know, I was just happy to be doing comics alongside people that were, you know, I say this all the time, where when I was doing comics, mainly like with Jhonen and Squeak, mainly Johnny, when it came out, when issues would come out, it would be right up there on the shelves alongside, you know, Chester Brown comics and stuff that I was like, oh my god, I'm up there with, you know, Black Hole and stuff like that. And as time went by, it, like around Squeak, that's when the whole Hot Topic thing sort of popped up, you know? And I had no idea what the hell that was. I was just another comic book guy doing something that I thought was really pretty funny, and I was just happy to be up there. Then I got sort of railroaded into this other thing. Like, my audience was all kinds of people. And then it just sort of, the Hot Topic thing kind of just sort of took it out of being a thing that people go to comic book shops for, and it just became a thing that became part of sort of the Hot Topic scene, you know? Which, in one way, was really good for business because suddenly things were a lot more accessible and people were buying them like crazy, but on the other hand, it's sort of like, oh god, I don't like these people. Because there's something a little bit more rigorous about going to a comic book shop. It's like going to a bookstore. You're like, I need books. I go to a bookstore to buy books. And a bookstore is just sort of like this, you know, repository of all kinds of different ideas, as opposed to a place that is trying to sell an image. As opposed to going to a comic book shop and picking up, you know, the latest copy of you know, Superman and Johnny, whatever, all in one grab. It suddenly became a thing where, like, I like Nightmare Before Christmas, I like Strap the Dog, and I gotta pick up Johnny because it's the same store. You know? And for me, it suddenly became a very a weird kind of unpleasant thing, because it sort of marginalized what people thought of as the people that read my books. And I don't relate to that. You know, I've never shopped in a Hot Topic. You know, I've walked past them once. And yet, you become synonymous with that thing. You know, Jhonen Vasquez, Hot Topic, and there's people also do Strap it on. And it doesn't mean that the people that go there are bad. It's suddenly very limiting. You know, it suddenly kind of gives truth to a stereotype, and that's frustrating for me because I don't want to be that. I want for people to like comic books as opposed to a visual style. You know, it's I think it's a lot more flattering for people to actually appreciate what you do, what your work is, as opposed to just kind of grabbing your work by default because it's part of their costume. So, but I'm not bitter.
Hi. Just wondering, with that effect that you